Opened in 2001, it lies on the same site and retains the name of the city's beloved former stadium. We're here at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And here we go at Mile High. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
The long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Go!
Another run for Williams. And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here we go, shot.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Nix from the gun. That'll be caught by Troy Franklin. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s. Versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers. You can find a completion just like that.
And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Ready.
Opening drive going according to plan. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Now Nix. It's taken in by Williams. He's still going at the 30. They gain 14 on the play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. They'll run here with Tajay Spears. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Ready.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Wideouts getting involved in the ground game. And they had that one contained right at the line. TJ Tampa there on the tackle. Call it no gain on the play, and that brings up 3rd and 9.
You know, that's one of those plays when you call it, you expect to get decent yards every time. Seeing it stopped at the line, man, that's deflating offensively.
Let's go now.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Go.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Mims with the grab. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Escapes the pocket. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Give to Williams from the gun. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos finish up an excellent opening series. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, but getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Has the open man downfield. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They're going play action. He's throwing deep to the left side. They connect on the deep shot. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens finish off their opening drive. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Ready. Get up.
Throwing from the gun here. He's on the move.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Come on.
2nd and 3 now.
Go.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
Set.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. They stay on the ground with Williams. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll get you back to Mile High after. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And this punt works out. It's going to cross the 20, be touchdown at the 16-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
On the ready.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Back to 60.
He'll throw it. Finding Flowers. And he'll get it up to the 27. That's good for 7 yards. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here we go. Set.
They'll come up 1st and 10.
Let go.
Give now to the running back. Jukes one defender. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 36. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Broncos get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
And they take him down right along the 30. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Going to the ground again on first. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Go.
Handoff goes to Williams, running right. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next third down coming.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Spears trying this straight ahead. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Oh, and they're going to have the fullback trying power for it. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know they had bigger visions when they called that play. This is one of those spots, Kate, where when a defense is dialed in, especially in the red zone, it's very tough to surprise them with anything.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Has this at the 6. Returns looking good so far. He's still going. Touchdown! They return the kick all the way to the house. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. Fielded at the 7. Oh, he's showing some burst on his return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Mix off the play action. Caught, this is Greg Dulcich. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Spears running behind center. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 42. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And the Broncos will have a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They have themselves another 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Straight ahead with Williams. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Go.
A run with Williams. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Throwing here, Nix. Got a man, Spears has it. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal.
Ready.
The Broncos had their eye on that play clock, and before it expires, they call a timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
Let's go now. Ready.
Here is Williams. And they make a stop at the last minute. It's a gain down to the 1. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up.
Go. Set. Go. Hot. Hot.
The flag comes out. This is going to back them up to the edge of the end zone. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost them 5 yards. Now we'll see a field goal try by the Broncos. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Chooses to bring this one out. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. So it's 2nd down coming up.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
Got it. Ready?
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Ready?
Back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. He's going to throw this one. He has the 1st over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Ready? Set, go.
Pass play on 1st and 10. And a man is there to knock that away.
You know, that is so hard to do. It's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Second and 10 now. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Set.
They'll throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
You know those elite zone defenses in basketball, Kate, it just feels like they're everywhere, clogging up every passing lane. This quarterback, well, he felt the same thing when he dropped back, nowhere to go but for a sack.
That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. He lost the football, and they steal it back on the return. Well, I wonder, Brock, who's got a birthday over on that sideline, because they got a gift to begin this second half. Their offense getting an immediate chance to do something about this deficit.
And that gift delivered by the special teams, right? Everybody talks about the offensive, defensive adjustments, but the last voice is that special teams going, set the tone, and boy, did they ever to begin the second half.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. A handoff for Williams, running left. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that 1st down marker.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Go.
Now Nick's on 3rd down. Finds Mims. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Here we go.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Now it's Williams. And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. A timeout now, staff out to attend to an injured player, and that's Javonte Williams shaking up. And we know he's dealt with a big injury before. Hopefully nothing serious this time.
Ready.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Nick's now to throw. This ball's caught by Spears. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Let's go now.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Man in motion here.
Ready.
Nix. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. This one intended for the running back. And 4th and 4 coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And they've taken back the lead.
He connects now for a 3rd time, and that's the biggest of the 3 field goals he's made in this contest. Gives him the lead. Now you turn the keys over to your defense to try and protect it.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Looking to the air here. Chased out to his right. He tucks it and takes off. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short on the 35.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Here's a throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. Give him 32 on the play. And that'll be first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Juke the defender. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Another big rip for him.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. They give it to him again. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Call it no gain that time, and they'll have second and goal. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Ravens grab the lead on their first series of the half. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens jump in front now by 5. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Let's go.
This is Spears heading left. And this one does not go far. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
from the 32. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Nix from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st. Here's Spears on the carry. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
Even though that run did not net them a 1st down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
Motioning one of the tight ends. Running for the marker on 2nd. No one around. He's got space. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Spears. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's a gain of a yard, but they needed just a couple more inches. 3rd down.
This is why it's so important not to overcommit to the team's lead runner. It went to a secondary ball carrier, and they cut him down for a big red zone stop.
So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Go! Go!
Spears. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks. Instead, well, the defense is energized with that stop.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that trims the lead to just a couple.
They can't blame him for the deficit. He's been doing all he can to kick them into contention. That's now his 4th field goal. And all those kicks he's made are part of why the lead is still close.
From his own end zone, here we go. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And his drive up the middle gets him about 3. Play brought to an end by Jalen Ramsey. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Ravens ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. Second down now, 7 to go. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5. Back to throw now. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Pass play now. Short pass brought in. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's a give up the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 37. Finds him over the middle. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ready.
They'll come up 1st and 10.
79 Broncos.
Now looking to throw. Caught near the goal line. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
To throw. Here's Nix. Throw complete to Williams. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Go.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Set.
Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Up the gut they go with Williams. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
1st down from the red zone. On the move, headed right. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time to secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Here we go, here we go. Hut, hut.
A handoff to Williams. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Go.
Play action with Nix. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal.
Let's go now. Ready.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he stopped after getting some good yardage on the play. A nice 8-yard pickup, but now they're left with 4th and goal.
This front, well, they've done a good job bending and not breaking. 1st down, didn't score. 2nd down, didn't score. And now 3rd and goal, can't find the end zone either.
Less than a yard, all that's needed on 4th and goal. Going forward, it's Williams. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's up to the 7-yard line as he gets hauled down. They made it 3 yards on the totes. It'll bring up 2nd down.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
He'll take a knee here as that clock approaches the 40 seconds remaining mark.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
Setting up for the kneel down on third. So the Ravens will fly home with the win. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver.